Is this the kindest of cleavers?
We're back at Market on South here in Orlando doing a local food review for the Kind Cleaver because they have sandwiches. We like sandwiches and we needed something for lunch today. So, remember, she's vegan. I'm not. Let's go get a sandwich.
My first time getting to try a Ravenous Pig beer. It is a gozy. I'm really excited because they sell Ravenous Pig at Polite Pig as well, and I haven't had an opportunity to order it yet, so I'm glad I get to try it now. Oh, that's lovely. It's not too tart. It's nice and citrusy, bright. It doesn't taste like carbonated or anything like that. It just tastes like a really smooth beer. It did come from the tap, so it usually tastes better from the tap. That's probably why it tastes so good. Well, and it's a good beer. I'm going to give it 4 out of 5 beers. It's very delicious.
The Ravenous Pig goze, however you say it. I actually have had Ravenous Pig beers before because they do sell them in cans. In addition to having some on the tap at Polite Pig at Disney Springs. It is tasty. It's cold. You've earned this. Ooh. It's like a nice citrus sour to it. This feels like right up the Princess's Alley. Nice drinkability. You really got to start buying commercially available beers. Local beers, sometimes, knocking it out of the park. 4.25 out of 5 claws. I feel like I'm going to be jealous of what she got.
Now this is the Ravenous Pig Lager. I'm excited for this one. This one's a little hoppy. This is a little too hoppy for me. Not really my jam, but if you want something that's a little more floral, a little more on the hoppy side, that sits a little bit more heavy, then this is the type of beer for you. This is like the beer that the expert beer drinkers drink, not the noob beer drinkers, not the drinkers that like fruity drinks. I would give it a 3 out of 5 hops. I think this is more Bear's speed. He's gonna like it.
Ravenous Pig Lager, because sometimes, just like a lot of people in the theme park community, we get caught up in the Orlando bubble. You have the theme parks, you have SeaWorld, which we don't go to for obvious reasons. You have Fun Spot, Universal, and Disney, and then you don't ever travel outside of there. The 15-minute drive in directions, there's all these different places to try. And even we are guilty of not trying enough of them. So this is our shot at doing a little bit more. Every now and then. Just for you guys. Cheers. Ooh. That's given... It reminds me of like a very, very light Victory Gold Monkey, but more bitter. At the end, it's a bit more complex than your normal lager. But I like it. Ravenous Pig has some good beers. We look at their menu and it's not as inviting as, say, Polite Pig. Maybe it's just because we're so comfortable at Polite Pig. One day we will make it over that direction. Until now, I'm glad we get their beers at other places in local Orlando. I'll give this 3.75 out of 5 claws. It's good, but I do wish I got the Princess beer instead.
This is a half side of potato salad. And I wanted to get this so that we could see what it looks like. Bear loves a potato salad. I love a good dill. This looks nice and chunky. Cheers. It's really good. There's some celery. There's like some egg. Cold. Really tasty. I'm usually not a potato salad person, but I like this. It's not too like mayo-y or liquidy. It's nice and balanced and thick and flavorful, not too peppery, not too much dill. It's just like everything is in its place. I have no complaints, really. I'm gonna give it a 4 out of 5 potato salads, and now I wish I had a big one.
I guess what would be sandwich life if we didn't have sides, and potato salad is one of those sides. Now, the Kind Cleaver, given the kind of the name, is 100% completely vegan butcher sandwich shop. So it's interesting, all vegan potato salad. But it still looks extremely creamy and very potato filled. I'll admit, as a bear, I was not expecting that to taste so good. I was going to be bland and flavorless, and it is not. It's punchy. lots of good chunks of potato, like not like oversized chunks, but like decent enough chunks for like a few per bite. I actually quite like that. The dill is just like hovering there, not overpowering everything else. It is a good potato salad. I would be willing to give this a good 4 out of 5 claws. I'm impressed, honestly.
This is a beautiful mac and cheese. Bear was just commenting on how it's prettier than Dharma's, and I think I might agree with him. It looks very creamy, and these are Bear's preferred noodles when we make mac and cheese at home. I don't know why. That's just what he gets. I'm excited for this. Cheers. Definitely creamy. I actually had some of the cheese inside of the noodle, so it kind of like splattered out when I was chewing it. Maybe that's why Bear likes these noodles, because it gets caught with like little extra gushes of cheese, and that is divine. When you want mac and cheese, you want like cheesy cheese, and that's what this is. It's really hard to achieve sometimes as vegan. There are some places that do really well. I'm gonna say the Kind Cleaver does it really well. I will give it a 4.5 out of 5 mac and cheeses. It definitely makes me want to sing the mac and cheese song.
When I look at somebody's mac and cheese, and this is being a restaurant or home, and I see seasonings on top, I am already excited. It looks like they know what they're doing. And look at that cheese-covered deliciousness. Like, that is creamy, covered. It's not clumpy. It's nice and mellow. This is the consistency you expect when you look at a mac and cheese. Does it taste good? Is the question. I've given Velveeta level creamy, but vegan. The noodles, the splooge of the cheese into my mouth, take that as you will. Whatever insinuations that might give, I don't care, because it tastes wonderful. I could do with maybe a little bit more like a little more salty, but like I don't even know how to salt in my life anyway, but the flavor's good. I got very few notes, if any. That's a solid 4 out of 5 claws. I know that I said that it was rival Dharma's mac and cheese. This would be like Tyson versus Tyson.
This is the plush horse. It's a nice little pressed sandwich here. Got lots of meats. Excited about this. It's supposed to be like a Reuben, and it does have like a little bit of that pumpernickel hint to it, which I kind of like. The salami is very tasty. The sauerkraut is a little mild. It could be because I took a bite from the corner, and there's probably more inside. But that is fire. This is only half of a sandwich. I did half sandwich, half side, because I wanted to try 2 sandwiches just to see different flavors and not just one, but this is a big half. I am glad that I only got a half, because to me, this is a whole sandwich. I love this. I don't think it's better than my beloved Halloween Horror Nights one, but considering it's like actual meats and not tempeh, it's definitely getting a 5 out of 5 from me. It is a Princess Cities item. I love this, and I will probably be sending Bear to come pick up Kind Cleaver on our lunch break when we have time in between like calls at our jobs to eat lunch together. It's gonna be a good one.
This is a big boy. I like full sandwiches, but even gotta admit, this is a thicken. You got multiple layers of the vegan meat, and you got it filled with the sauce, the sauerkraut. See the sticky end. They're not skimping on any of the ingredients here. So I'm gonna take a bite from this corner of the princess stuff now that I've investigated it thoroughly. That is definitely giving a Reuben flavor. The punch of the bread, the meat, the sauce, nice and warm, nice and cheesy, while still letting the sauerkraut come through. I would agree the sauerkraut isn't as punchy as like normal sauerkraut, but sauerkraut's a strong flavor, and I don't want that to overpower my sandwich. I want that meat to come through, and it's given the meat. I'm not really getting like a tinge of like what people may describe as like cardboard or artificial flavoring. I'm just getting sandwich, and it's given a lot. I could see this being like a regular occurrence for us, and honestly, I wasn't expecting half the flavor of this just put in my mouth. I would give this 4.25 out of 5 claws. We've delayed coming here for a while, and now I'm regretting that decision.
This is the Italian sub with banana peppers and everything. This is the sandwich that I wanted at Blondie's, and this is the sandwich that Disney World needs. Disney World needs the Kind Cleaver. Like, they need a spot at, like, Disney Springs or something like that so that we have a place to get sandwiches. There's literally no sub shop at Disney World at all. There's the deli, and that's it. This is what's missing. Let me see if I can get a whole rounded bite here. It's got a lot, actually. Did I show you? I didn't. We got all these banana peppers and meats and dressings and lettuce, lots and lots of lettuce. I'm here for this. This is like giving me pub sub vibes almost. That is fire. That is everything that I would want in a sandwich and more. The sauce is perfect, ingredients are perfect, the meat is perfect. I'm obsessed with this sandwich. This is definitely better than a pub sub, better than Firehouse, better than pretty much everywhere else that we go for a sub on the occasion. That is a 5 out of 5. That is a Princessities item as well. I think if you come here, you should just order the whole menu and enjoy yourself because you're having a good time.
This literally looks like something the princess would order when we have like our sub dates or sub lunches. And honestly, when I think about coming here, like this is approximately 15 to 17 minutes from our house, depending on traffic. Mind you, we're like the peak of the day right now, so traffic isn't great. When we go get a sub near our house, and we live pretty close to the theme parks, that means that we either go to Firehouse, and I think the princess sub, I gotta wait. That probably takes like 10 minutes, and then I have to go to the grocery store, and if we don't have any, and get her plant-based meats for a sandwich and or cheese, because Firehouse doesn't have that. And even if I get Publix sub, I gotta go wait in line in Publix. Even if I wait in line, I still gotta park, get inside. I could get here in the same amount of time it would take me to get all that and have something better. Hopefully better. I was given like Publix Ultimate, but vegan. The banana peppers are a nice touch. I love the balance to the lettuce. Like some places you get a sub, and until you don't have a ton of toppings, try to like cram the lettuce down in there because you're vegan, or cram extra veggies because they want to make up for you not getting what would be the traditional sub sandwich. Here they know what they have and they do the balance extremely well, and that works for them. Honestly, I really can't see getting a Publix sub or even just substitute Firehouse, and we have this close by. I really wish we did have options like this closer to the parks, but if you're here visiting Orlando and like theme parks are the only thing on your agenda, or even if you have a rental car, there's really no reason you shouldn't drop by this place, show them some love, and order a sandwich or two. I give this one 4.5 out of 5 claws. This one's a lot more my speed than that taste of living.
Now we have a Cuban. This is the whole sandwich. So the other two were halves, which was just one of these. This is a whole. This is like, arm for reference, huge. But this is a Cuban. This is Bear's favorite sandwich. He gets a Cuban everywhere he goes. I never get to partake in the Cuban because it's not vegan in any way, shape, or form. And now we have a vegan one with all the layers. It looks exactly like some of the Cubans that I've seen Bear get in the past. So I know this is like on point for Cuban. And I'm really excited to try it. Cheers. I had to take the messiest bite of all, a center bite, because I really wanted the pickle and all the different layers. It looked like 3 different layers of meats. And I'm so glad that I did with the mayo and everything that's in it. I think it's mayo. It's really, really good. I love this. I can see why Bear orders this all of the time. I'm going to give this one a 4.75 out of 5 Cubans. I think this is a perfect hot sandwich. I think my favorite is still going to be the Italian, though. The cold one. That one was fire. But this is good, too.
I'll admit, the Kind Cleaver had a whole host of things on their menu that looked delicious. After I got to the Cuban, which is only like the second thing on the menu, I stopped reading the rest because that's all you really needed to get my attention. Cuban in any shape or form, I want to try it. I want to judge your Cuban in the hallowed halls of the Cuban sandwich. I like them all. I love your mom and pop Cubans. I love Publix Cubans. Even some of the Cubans I've had at Disney have not been all that terrible, honestly. But usually on a Cuban, you get like ham and roasted pork. And you get the two different kinds of meats here. You get pickles, which they have an absolute boatload of. Tons of mustard. Some places do it differently. Some places do mustard. Some places do mayo. It looks like they're doing mayo and mustard on theirs, which is fine. Different stroke for different folks. I don't have a preference. I just want to eat. That's giving Cuban. I'm getting a little bit of that plant-based aftertaste like on the backside of the ham. But like as far as the initial flavor, initial bite, pickle, mustard, mayo, meat, pressed, hot, savory. I like it. This is definitely like a solid sized lunch. And honestly, for a vegan Cuban, I don't have any other vegan Cubans to stack this against. This is damn good. Damn good. I would give this 4.5 out of 5 claws. This will definitely be on my order list almost every time we come here. Shamelessly. My stomach feels like it was kind.
I really enjoyed my meal, and I even got a marshmallow cookie from the vegan scoop place to go. I'm just gonna...
Full service. Yeah. The Kind Cleaver. You have vegan scoops. There is also a vegan Cuban place?
No, it's just the two. The Kind Cleaver and the scoops.
But
really good. This is really good. This tastes like a s'more chocolate chip cookie.
I don't know how to heard another food review.
I mean, I need a dessert, you know? But everything here was really good. The sandwiches were amazing. The sides were amazing. The cookie is amazing. Bear, what do you think of the cookie?
That's an amazing cookie. I would give it a 4.5 out of 5 claws.
So, if you have the time to go to the Kind Cleaver, it's not that far away. Just hit them up.
Hit up Market on South. Put in GPS. Very, very easy to get here. Not confused when they have parking on either side. That's rare downtown. So, if there's anything else you'd like to see us do, of course, the comments will always be a place to find us. Hit the notification bell if you want to see other videos like this. And
we have new videos 5 days a week. Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Saturday.
We'll see you soon.
Be sure to subscribe and eat dessert. Otherwise, I don't know, you'll be Bear, because Bear doesn't like dessert.
You heard the girl.